In today's video, I'm going to explain to you, without editing it to give you a crazy dopamine hit, why you cannot do the work. There's a couple of reasons for it, and I remember I used to struggle with it. A couple of months ago, this really started to work for me. And once you understand this, you will be able to do the work every single day. The problem is, when you first do the grind, say you live with your parents, let's say you're broke, let's say you work a 9 to 5, you're not going to enjoy the work. And what you must understand is, you don't deserve to enjoy the work before you prove yourself. For me, for example, at this point, I enjoy the work, but that's because I'm making money from it. Of course, you enjoy the work when you make thousands of dollars a day. But as someone who's just starting out, it's gonna be painful. And this is a phase you have to go through. This is why the top 1% is 1%. This is why most people quit. Because there could come a 3 to 6 month phase where you work super hard, man. You don't get any results. What you need to do is to work as much as possible, and then you are probably going to become an overnight success. Becoming an overnight success takes multiple nights to create. I remember when I first started my business, I used to sit up till 6 a.m. My routine was crazy. And I'm not necessarily suggesting this for you, but it is the strategy that works the best for me. Or it was honestly quite random. I was just all in. I couldn't sleep. That's how bad I wanted this to work. So I dropped out of college, and I had a lot of pressure on me. That's definitely one key to do the work. The more pressure you have on your side, the better you're going to be. But in this video, I'm going to explain to you exactly why you can do the work, and it's not going to be the basic stuff that you heard before. It's going to be something completely different that actually works. The chances are you're either lazy or you do not know exactly what to work on. When I first dropped out of school, I was trying dropshipping, I was trying SMMA, I was trying YouTube, like cash cow channels. I was trying absolutely everything. What ends up happening when you try everything and you don't try to become an expert in one thing is you just end up drifting around and you don't really know exactly what to take action on. Nothing gets your results and you don't have a clear plan. For entrepreneur's journey, you're probably going to try out a lot of stuff that doesn't work. You're probably going to run an agency that doesn't work, where you realize maybe my niche is wrong. Maybe I need to change my offer. Maybe you're going to run a dropshipping store that doesn't work and you have to change it. And that's completely fine. But there's going to come to some point where you actually find something that sticks. The best thing you can do to get the work done is to develop a routine. And what's going to end up happening is you're going to start enjoying your routine. But if you're just starting out, it's going to suck. That's the absolute truth. For me, the routine was pretty hard, but I was also so all in. And I remember when I dropped out, I would work all night, and at 6 a.m. with the sunrise, I would literally go out on a walk. I would just walk before anyone was up. After a full work day, just reflecting, thinking about where I wanted to be. And I could see the things so clearly in my own mind. The first thing you need to do the work is to break the bad habits. You need to get in better touch with your subconscious mind. What's so fascinating to me was how once you start believing, you will be guided. That's what's so interesting about all of this. The second you start believing, you will be guided. And you will be guided by your subconscious mind, which is going to help you avoid making the wrong decisions. So whenever I want to do, a very bad thing, say I want to go out drinking, or let's say that I want to watch adult content, right, which most of you guys probably do. Once you allow your subconscious mind to influence you and talk to you and you no longer ignore it, it's going to keep you away from it. And the more you let your subconscious mind speak to you, the stronger it gets for every time. The more you're going to start listening to it and the less nonsense you're going to do. So most people ignore their subconscious mind their whole life, right? Because they go out drinking and they kind of have this idea that they shouldn't be doing it, but they still ignore it. So every time the voice in the back of their head, right, speaks to them, tells them I shouldn't be going out today. I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't watch this content. I shouldn't go to the toilet and do this. You're ignoring your subconscious mind. But once you accept it once, right? Once you listen to your subconscious once, it comes back stronger the next time. So if I want to watch adult content, if I want to do that stuff, and I start doing it and my subconscious mind tells me don't do it. Okay, I turn it off. I don't do it. I listen to it. The next time I'm about to do it, it's going to hit even harder. And I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm not going to do it. I listened to my subconscious mind last time. And it gets stronger and stronger. Once you start believing, you will be guided. But most people ignore their subconscious mind their whole, teen life. And then they start understanding it when they become older. But the second you start understanding it and listening to it, it's going to guide you. It knows exactly what you need to do. So if you listen to it, you will be kept out of all the bad habits. Chances are you're not ready to give it up. Chances are you're not ready to give up drinking. Chances are you're not ready to give up just hooking up with random people, taking drugs, playing video games. And you know it's wrong, but you don't want to listen to the wrong voice, right? The main point here is you need to kick the bad habits, right? But why would you kick the bad habits if you're just going to live at home, right? Why would you try to do something smart with your life if you're under no pressure? That was like the case for me. I live with my parents, so it really didn't matter so much if I succeeded in September or if I succeeded in December, right? The more pressure you can put yourself under, the more likely you are to succeed. But it should almost be like a little bit comfortable too. I remember the days that I had at home when I lived with my parents. Those were the good days because there was really no pressure. I could work on my own pace but still be fast. If you have the opportunity to live with your parents right now, or you are living with your parents, just know that you're in a very good position to change. If you do not use the next 2 years while you live with them to change, it's just going to get harder. Let's say you work with construction and you come home at 6 p.m. You're exhausted. How are you going to build a business on the side while working construction? How are you going to have the energy, right? So maybe now is your time to do it. The main point there is you need to stop doing the bad habits and exchange them for something else. You basically need to kill the old version of yourself and re-identify yourself as someone who doesn't do those things. But you can't just re-identify yourself as someone who don't do those things. You must also actually identify yourself as someone who does this. So for example, right now the most important thing for me is to build my business, right? So that's what I identify myself as. I know maybe for you it sounds weird, right? Because maybe you think like, oh, Henrik, you're just taking this too far. At the end of the day, it just comes down to discipline and doing the work. Yeah, but why you watch this video, right? Maybe you are not successful. And the thing is, 90% of the game is just doing it and kicking the bad habits. Literally 80% of the game is kicking the bad habits. Don't drink, don't smoke, don't do any of that. It's not about taking cold showers. If you're that type of guy, you're in self-improvement, you take cold showers all day, you meditate, I have no respect for you if you broke and do that. You're seriously just wasting your time. Do you think that's what's going to change your life? No. When you make money like I do, starting to meditate is very good. You bring peace in your life. Taking cold showers maybe work. But if you're broke right now, the only thing you should focus on is to get your money straight. Chances are you're just messing around doing stuff that's completely irrelevant. I see so many people just like, I'm going to change my life. So I'm going to start going out in nature. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to read books, journal, take cold showers. You're wasting your whole day. So if we look at the tasks that you do as a $10 task, a $100 task, a $1,000 task, and a $10,000 task, and you want to become a YouTuber, right? The $10,000 task is to film the video and edit it. That's what's going to give you a return. The $100 task is to plan out the video. The $10 task is to read a book. The $1 task is to do meditation. Okay, sure, those $10 tasks are gonna come in handy once you grow. But as a beginner, bro, reading books? No, that's a task you do once you're done for the day and your mind is off, but you still want to be productive. You don't want to waste a second, but you're tired. Okay, I'll go to bed and read a book. The day is over. You know where I'm going with this. You're just wasting your time. You're seriously gonna read a book, take cold showers and meditate. When you're broke, it doesn't work like that. For me, I can get a lot of benefits out of meditating, and you probably can too. But why would you start with the insane biohacking tactics before you make money, right? 95% of the game is just doing it, learning, being disciplined, and kicking the bad habits. And then there's like 5 to 10% of the game, which is what you eat, stuff you put in your body, which is important. But then come things such as, cold showers, meditation. You're just trying to focus on your 10% while missing your whole 90%. Like you're just really wasting your time. So stop with all of that. Understand that you're just procrastinating and understand that you have to put in the work. Find an exact plan to go for and work on it. And don't mess around with this. You guys are sitting in a Discord group telling people about like how you're improving your life by taking cold showers and stuff. But your goal is to start a business, you're still broke. Focus on the right things. And truthfully, if you want to do cold showers and meditate, well, just do cold showers when you shower. Okay, fine. I don't make your whole identity around doing cold showers and meditating. It's a waste of time. At the end of the day, it comes down to doing the work and kicking the bad habits. You see, the second you kick the bad habits, everything is going to change. When it comes to, for example, drinking, it takes your body pretty much 5 to 6 days to restore from it. From gaming, it takes your body like 3-4 days to restore from it. You mess up your brain so much. If I play a fun video game in the morning, right? I'm not going to enjoy doing the work afterwards because I did something more fun that day, right? So if you have already done something more fun that day, then your work, then you're not going to get high of your work. You're not going to enjoy it so much. But your work is actually fun. It's fun to build a business, right? You feel high, you feel good, you know you're doing the right stuff, you feel like you're on the right track, you do the right habits. It feels very good. But it's never going to feel as good as gaming. Probably not until you really, really become successful. You really start loving it. So as fun as it is to work on yourself and stuff like that, if you game at 8 a.m. and you're going to start working on yourself 2 hours later at 10 a.m., you already did something more funny that day. You're pretty much lost, and you're just going to get worse and worse throughout the day. So kick it all. And then you're going to say to me, I agree, Henrik, gaming 10 hours a day is too much. But doing it like 1 hour a day once I'm done with my work, just to relax in the evening, that's fine. You're over exaggerating, Henry. No, it's not fine, because you mess up your whole brain. It's not about doing it 10 hours or 1 hour. If you want to be successful so bad, why you even game? Why you have to crave onto that 1 hour? Because you don't want to let go of the old version of yourself. You don't want to become this new version of yourself that's actually becoming successful, that's working towards something. You kind of want to, but you also want to hold on to the old version of yourself. That's probably why you're with your loser friends too, who only wants to go out and drink, who doesn't want to become a business owner, who doesn't have the vision that you have, who tells you that you're going to the gym too much or eating too much when you're trying to bulk. You guys know where I'm going with this. You're wasting your time. That's probably why you haven't succeeded. It's the only reason. Once you know what to work on, which you probably do, and if you don't, you research it, then you just go for it. Let's say I want to become a YouTuber so bad, right? My only focus in life should then be to become a YouTuber. That's where my happiness is going to come from. You need to identify what's the most important to you. The second you identify what's the most important to you, that's where your happiness now comes from. It doesn't come from the old version of yourself. And you're going to enjoy normal things too. I'm not saying never go out travel, never have fun. You know, I will even go out on traveling, drink, do stuff like that. But I understand that there's a season for everything, right? If you're broke right now, there's a season for boredom. There's a season to try to build something for yourself. Try to get out there, try to make money, try to secure your future. Now in the summer for me, that's going to be a season of enjoying myself. I'm not going to let my whole business collapse. I'm still going to work very hard, but in the summer now it's going to be a season for me to enjoy myself, do networking, meet cool people. But in the upcoming winter, it's probably going to be a season for myself to just lock in. It's not going to be that interesting. My diet is going to be very good. I'm going to just work out or something and work my business. There's a season for everything. And if you're broke right now, you know exactly which part of your life you should stay in. Don't date around. Don't play video games. Don't drink. Just focus on becoming better every single day. Once you try to become better for 20 days in a row, 10 days in a row, you know the feeling, right? You know the feeling of doing the right stuff. It's like a rush. It feels so good. But it will never compare to drinking. It will never compare to gaming. And that's fine, because that's an unhealthy high. You don't want that. But it's really awesome. Once you kick the bad habits, you always feel fulfilled with yourself. You shouldn't necessarily strive to be incredibly happy. Trust me, you become happy in the journey. I'm pretty happy in the journey. I really am. I'm happy and fulfilled. But of course, I would be more happy just living a teenager life, partying in the moments. Of course, the day after and stuff, regular day to day, I would not be happy at all. Of course, I would have the highest highs and the lowest lows. But that's not necessarily how you want to live your life. So there's a season for everything, and right now for you, it's probably going to be to work. And you know how good it feels to be in a productive streak. But you must stop viewing your work in streaks. Because when you do that, it's like once you miss one day, everything is ruined. Because you're looked at your work in streaks, which is a very unhealthy way of doing it. So earlier today, I was actually about to do something very crazy. I was planning on doing a month of traveling. The idea just came to me right now. It's like I sit down and do this video first. And I realized there is a season for everything. So I'm not going to do it right now. Even though I could. I don't need to work to make money. I'm pretty good. But my goal is much more than just to make money. And my goal is 10x where I'm at right now. So I understood that, and I could have gone for the instant pleasure of traveling now. It would be very fun. It's not where I'm at in my life right now. So you made the decision. Keep working hard. It's going to pay off. I've never ever seen anyone who goes all in every single day, always works hard, who never takes a day off, who's dedicated, who's disciplined, who goes to the gym, who shows up every day, works on his business, and just puts in the work. That fails. It's impossible. The only way you can fail is if you're 99% in. Most people think I'm 100% in, but no, you're 99% in, right? That's why you're failing. People confuse 100% in with a 99% in. That's where you're at right now. It's probably why it doesn't work. So right now, just get serious. This is your chance. Trust me. It's going to get worse. You need to become successful now. I'm not going to go into that on this video, but there's a reason you subscribe to this channel. Probably because you know that sometimes I say something smart. I would assume at least. So when I'm telling you that you need to become successful now, where things are going to become very bad for you, you must listen to that. Maybe like 30 years ago, you could just get by, have a normal job, make 3-4K a month. Yeah, that could have worked. But guess what? That's not the time now. if you want to have any sort of freedom, you need to be at least over 10K a month, which is not much nowadays. But of course, if that's your goal right now and you get there, awesome. That's big congratulations to you. That's very, very good. But truthfully, just making 10K a month is not enough now, almost. Like, you want to be at least 15. The world is changing, so you can either adapt or you can get lost, because there's going to be no such thing as balance, and there's nothing in between. Either you become successful or you don't. Your life doesn't come with balance, okay? It comes to the season of work and the season of not work. Or you just always work. You just always love what you do. That's up to you. But no balance for the next 3 months. Now it's time to go all in. Cut the excuses and start getting in touch with your subconscious mind. It's going to guide you exactly where you want to be once you start listening to it. Hope you liked the video. If you did, of course, just subscribe or something. And as I said, I'm quitting just editing my videos like crazy. I'm only going to come on YouTube when I feel like I have something that's actually going to help you change your life. I'm not going to post videos on how to start SMMA in 2023 unless I feel like it's actually a very good way to do it. I might post videos on making money online, but when I post them, I'm going to make sure they're valuable and good. So if you just want to be on this channel to feel high of dopamine, to feel good, to feel like you're doing something, then, well, guess what? I'm not going to give that to you. For the people that want to become successful and want to listen and be unplugged, you can subscribe to this channel, but I'm not going to teach you in the most fun way. I'm going to teach you what actually works. So I'm giving you the promise now that every video I upload is going to be very valuable, but maybe it's a week till next time I upload. I don't know. This channel is something I'm going to do on the side because I have a real business to do. I'm currently very busy working with my own e-commerce stuff. As you know, if you follow for some time, I work with e-com. I have an agency in there, and I'm also involved with like other stores and stuff, and I even run my own right now. So that's the most important thing for me right now. But if the videos do decent, I'm going to, try to stay in touch here, try to keep uploading. So keep working hard, and I'll see you in the next video.